and that CT scan showed that my bones were disintegrating. Oh my God. Hi, YouTube. I didn't see you there. My dog's coughing. Hold on. We'll have to do that again. You okay, baby? Should I shut the door? It's a bit cold. I'll shut the door for us. Again? Just gotta wait for my dog to get comfortable, that's all. Oh my God. Hi, YouTube. Didn't see you there. It's been a while since I did a pain update, so I thought I would record one for you. This is off the cuff, so it's probably gonna be a little bit cringe. Or it might not be cringe. It might actually. No, it's already cringe. Never mind. This is my update to do with my TMJ issues. I would say a lot of people following me already know. I think it was about 5 years ago now. I couldn't talk or eat because my TMJ issues were so bad. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. It was really, really, really bad. And it took me a very long time to get anybody to take me seriously about the pain I was experiencing. You can go back and have a look at my previous pain video on this channel, but TLDR, I went to 4 dentists before one of them even agreed to give me a CT scan of my head, and that CT scan showed that my bones were disintegrating. That was pretty cool. It's not exactly the news you want to hear, but at the time I was so excited to hear it because, well, I wasn't making it up in my head. And I feel like up until then, a lot of people thought that I was making the pain up in my head. Cut to begging a GP for pain medication. I was put on a drug called amitriptyline. This is the first time I'm ever mentioning it on this channel because I didn't want to talk about it while I was on it. I might go back on it one day, but I really didn't want people's speculation about why I was taking it or the side effects or why I shouldn't take it. I didn't want everybody's opinion, so I never really mentioned the drug that I was on. I was on a very low dose, but I basically had to beg a GP to give me pain medication. I went in there crying, advocating for myself. I was like, I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't talk. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I need help. This was after trying opioids, but opioids kind of fucked me up. And I went and saw a specialist, and there were 3 operations that I could have had. But basically, as the pain medication started working, he was like, try everything non-invasive up until the point you can't talk or eat, because some of the operations we do don't last a long time. None of them are 100% effective. One is basically they go in and they clear out your jaw joints with steroids and clean it out, basically. Another one is they take fat from your stomach and build a jaw joint out of like fat tissue. And the other one is a total jaw replacement, which again, they only last about 10 years before you have to get them redone. In the meantime, I was told that bite had nothing to do with TMJ issues. I was told that posture and like lots of other things contributed to TMJ, but that your bite didn't. I politely, from my experience, would like to disagree with the literature that says bite has nothing to do with TMJ. After 5 years, I am coming off amitriptyline to see what it's like, and my pain has gone from what once was a 6, 7 to stabilizing around a 4 to dropping to a 2, and now I am off my medication. It's about a 3, but it's bearable. Like, it's still constant and it's different to what other people deal with, but it's not as bad as it was 5 years ago. And that is because my bite was fixed with Invisalign. Now, it's not perfect. My face is still a bit, but I have 4 points of contact with my teeth. When I went to get Invisalign, I had 1 point of contact between my top teeth and my bottom teeth, and I now have 4. I had Botox in my muscles while I was having Invisalign, and I did occasionally get really bad pain spasms. What has happened now is because my bite has stabilized, I am in so much less pain than I was. It's really interesting because I know it's not forever. Arthritis is not something that is cured. I understand that it's most likely scar tissue in my jaw joints that has formed to give me this relief from the nerve pain I was experiencing, and still am a little bit. Let's be honest, I'm still in pain. Yeah, I also want to talk about what it's like to go off amitriptyline because I was on a really low dose. Amitriptyline is an antidepressant that used to be prescribed to people, but it has lots of bad side effects. So they stopped doing that. The dosages they were giving out were like 100 to 200 milligrams to have mood effects. At the dose I was given, which was 25 milligrams to start with, they said it was no mood effects whatsoever. I would disagree with that. I don't think I got any really bad side effects. And to be honest, I would happily probably take the drug again. I just wanted to see what life was like not on it. And it's been a very interesting experience coming off it because there were definitely mood effects. Everything feels a little brighter and a little darker. In the first couple of weeks, I felt borderline psychotic. And maybe that is a little bit of an exaggeration, but it was very obvious that something was changing. Not in a bad way, but it was very obvious that something was changing. Also, to my editor, can you cut all the ums out of this? Thanks. I'm so cool and so good at telling stories. I'm a terrible storyteller, which is why halfway through this video is just going to be my chat, who are watching me do this awkwardly right now, are going to be asking me questions so that I am able to give as much information to you in this update as I can. But yeah, I've had a little bit of trouble sleeping. I lost my appetite since going off the medication. I don't know if it's all related. One of the major reasons that I really wanted to go off it is there is a history of dementia in my family, and the drug was recently associated with a higher risk of dementia. And so I kind of was like, okay, well, maybe we see what the pain is like, because I've been on this medication a while. And look, I'm not anti-medication at all. Get your meds, because I would be dead without them, for sure. Like, my pain was out of this world bad. I just wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I know that I am very lucky for my pain to have gotten so bad and for me to be experiencing some relief compared to how bad it was. I know that that doesn't happen for a lot of people. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. My pain daily sits at about a 3. I wear my Invisalign retainers every night. I don't sleep particularly well. I have a really bad overbite from the Invisalign, but I'll take the overbite over not having any points of contact. Yeah. Invisalign is a really big commitment. It was 3 years for me with bands. It's a big commitment, but I would do it again. I know I'm probably going to have the operations in the future still. Like, that is something that is still in the back of my mind. Yeah, I guess that's all I can think of off the top of my head for where I'm at. For me, the most important thing to acknowledge is that my journey is probably still going to continue changing, and this moment of reprieve might not last forever, but I will not take it for granted. All right, chat, your turn to show up. Questions out. I just screwed myself out of 236 views, but are you exploring other medication options? Maybe. I am going to go medication free to see what it's like for a little while. I'm just going to test it. Are you okay? Is anyone okay? We're all surviving capitalism. I don't know if anyone's okay, but yes, I am okay. I did not go off the medication cold turkey. I weaned off it. The kicker that made me decide to start going off the meds was the dementia link. But also, I could feel my jaw stabilizing. I could feel that my pain had gotten better over a period of time, and I just wanted to see how much better it had gotten. And it has gotten significantly better. Can you talk more about how your emotional outlook improved? I feel more. Antidepressants, even though they said there are no noticeable mood changes at the dosage that I had, after coming off it, I realized it was this. And now it's feeling a bit more like this. And that's okay. I think I have the coping mechanisms to be able to deal with that. I do think there have been noticeable mood changes, and I have been feeling happier and I have been feeling sadder. At the same time, I think that is making me feel more alive. Is this your first time with a mood medication? Yeah, I had never been on any medications before the amitriptyline, and I went on the amitriptyline about 5 years ago now, and I took it religiously. I never missed a dose. Every single night at dinner, I would take it, and I took 25 milligrams. Why do you think it was so hard to achieve the diagnosis? Because the medical system doesn't believe women. And the medical system does not take women's pain seriously. Honestly, it still makes me so angry that nobody believed me. Like, to think that so much of this could have been avoided, it makes me so angry. I was just told it was muscular and that I should just take some anti-inflammatories and wear a night guard because I'm probably just clenching my teeth. Now my bones are disintegrating. Like, I am in pain. Listen to me. I was so angry about it. Feel free to ignore your human desires back to before the antidepressants. Sisyphus, I'm going to tell you, I've never lost my libido. I wouldn't say that that was a side effect I experienced at all. Oh, interesting fun fact. While I was having Invisalign and it was the pandemic, I found out I was allergic to nickel. On TikTok, I came across this girl who had a very bad jaw condition and she had to get a double joint replacement. I found out from her that a lot of the prosthetics used in jaw replacements have nickel in them. And she was also allergic to nickel and she had to fight for the prosthetics that were used for her to not be the ones that had nickel, because they were like, oh, it's a minuscule amount, your body won't even notice it. And she was like, fuck you, I'm allergic to nickel, I want the other prosthetic. And she literally had to fight these doctors. It's really interesting because now I know that I'm allergic to nickel, that is something that I have to keep in mind as well. Like if I ever do find myself in the position where I need the jaw replacement, at least now I know I'm allergic to nickel.